category as your refrigerator, your TV, your heater, your aircon, you know, your washing machine. These are your essential things for a big family. And imagine you spend 3,000 ringgit to make your fridge look nicer. I just don't see it that way. Yeah, just buy and use it. Hi Bobby, what are your thoughts on the IS200T versus a Mazda 6 2.5 turbo, assuming Mazda bringing next year, or when it comes to handling? I do know that the build quality is also important. What makes it so different between these two? I'm a person looking for a daily car as well as spirited driving. To help out maintenance costs, does the Mazda 6 deem to be premium as well? I would say the Lexus will be infinitely more reliable than the Mazda 6, not in terms of breaking down, but in terms of small little niggling stuffs and all that, right? Lexus are just put together differently in Japan by Japanese, right? Their process and all that. And I'm not sure about the Mazda 6 2.5T. Either it's going to come from Thailand, are they going to local assemble it? I'm not sure. There's just no market for it. I don't see there's a market for a 2.5 turbo Mazda 6 in Malaysia. It's not selling well. And in terms of handling, Mazda 6 of course is fantastic, but at the end of the day, the IS200T is still a rear-wheel drive, 240, 250 horsepower sports sedan. There's just no comparison driving these two. Alright, even as good as a Mazda 6 is, it is good against the likes of, let's say, a Camry or an Accord or whatever. Even the new Camry is damn good, man, the handling. How about maintenance costs? I mean, if they're both all brand new, Mazda gives you free service. Free! Is it free? Is it still free? I'm not sure. Lexus, of course, the service cost is higher, but it's not as crazy as Mercedes-Benz. So both, I would see them as equal. But in terms of the service center experience, nobody can challenge Lexus, right? You feel like first class in Lexus service center, and in Mazda you feel like AirAsia, right? You feel like checking in from AirAsia counter, KLA2. No, the old KLA, the old LCT airport or what? Yeah, LCCT, right? Yeah, there's just no comparison. Alright, hi Bobby, what about BMW 430i? Buy up the 4 Series. They are so worth buying now, like 100 over 1,000 to buy a 4 Series. Just buy them, right? Bobby, what about the CVT on the Audi A4 B8? I wouldn't go for that. If you're talking about A4 B8, I wouldn't go for the 1.8 CVT. I'd go for what's your reason on the CVT? Because you hear a lot about the dual clutch, right? Or what? Right. I would suggest you go for the 2-liter turbo, Mr. Wan Amin, and then you contact Subsonic's Garage on Facebook. Look for Fairuz. He's the go-to guy for Audis. His place is really packed though. Yeah. Alright. Go for the 2-liter turbo. It's more fun, and the dual clutch is not something that would just explode like that. And a lot of workshops out there are cheating people. You know, small jerking on the gearbox, and then they say it's the mechatronic. So there's a lot of untrustworthy workshops out there. Alright. Of course, if you can stretch your budget, go for an S4. Most powerful and super reliable. The B8 generation, the S4 is actually the best choice, even better than the RS4 for the B8 generation. Alright. Okay. Mr. Edwin Pang. Hi Bobby. Audi S6 4-liter Avant or a BMW E93 M3. Wow! Is this your only car? If it is your only car, family use and all that, S6. There's no challenge, right? It's is just so much more luxurious inside, so much more spacious inside and all that. But when it comes to driving, if it's your weekend car, come on man, the E93 M3 is just damn. It's like you get to drop your top down and listen to the V8 sound as you do your weekend drives. Alright, you can do your daily work as well. But in terms of daily driving, let's say you buy both cars. The first 2 months, the M3 will be way more fun than the S6. By the 6th, 8th month, when your euphoria tends to die down on the M3, the V8 sound, you got used to it already. You seldom open the top already. You just drive it daily, right? There's no challenge with the S6. The S6 is just so comfortable. So it's really up to you. But if it is not your only car, I would suggest to go for the M3 because it has a duality to its use. Weekends you can just open the top and just chill and drive, you know. And the S6 will always be that huge elephant in the house, you know, secure, comfortable, nice, but it is always that elephant. Alright. Hi Bobby, any comments on the E300 BTH? What's a BTH? I'm sorry, what's that? Hi Bobby, what SUV should I buy for 65,000 budget? Has to be reliable and eligible for loan. I'm thinking Korean. Koreans are very reliable. Don't listen to what people say. You know. Yeah, Sorrento. Eligible for loan. That would mean I can even go to 2012. Okay, that's a bit too cheap. 2015, there are none. How come? 2013, still too cheap. 2016, too expensive. 2014, sort of about there. Get a Kia Sorrento 2014 or 2015. About 50,000-60,000. Panoramic roof, comfortable, beautiful, good looking. Yeah, Kia. Hyundai Santa Fe. It's about this price as well, but in terms of design, I prefer Kia designs over Hyundai designs any day. Any day. Alright? Okay, this video is getting a bit long already. Almost an hour. I should cut it in half lah, huh? Blah 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 blah. Hi Bobby, I have a budget for a new Myvi. What should I look into a used car market? Would you recommend a used Beetle? Nope, I don't recommend a used Beetle. Two-door sports cars, that price that you would recommend, qualify for Enduro. About 60,000, you can go for a Scirocco. 50-60,000, a Volkswagen Scirocco. Of course, you have to take care of the car. You have to check the past records and everything. Ask the previous owner. There is a big community in Volkswagen. They are super duper helpful, all of them, and a lot of them has done modifications to their cars and all that. Right? They have sort of ironed out most of the issues. So it's something you can go for, or a BMW 1 Series, which is nice as well. For 50,000, eligible for loan, two-door. Not a lot because two-door used cars are far and few in between. Audi A5, not as fun to drive as a Scirocco, but you can buy a 2-liter A5 2-liter Quattro. Yeah, you can buy an A5 2-liter Quattro. It's not crazy expensive to maintain, and a lot of them has done the engine overhaul. They've solved the piston issues and all that, and it's a nice looking car, handsome, comfortable, long distance driving, big boot, 4 seats, very practical. Yeah, go for an Audi A5, right? And what else? Two-door, 50-60,000. Mercedes C C200 Coupe. Is there a C200 Coupe? Price low. Nope. Nope. That's the hard thing with yeah, none. No, no, because back in 2009, is the C Coupe is not out yet. So yeah, that's something you can consider. Or if you want something that is not so huge a jump, you can maybe a Kia Coupe. You know, that's a two-door as well. I'm not sure about the price of a Veloster. You can buy a Mini. Yeah, easy to maintain as well. 1.6 turbo Mini. About this price as well. You can get a loan for it as well. Minis are fun to drive as well. Alright. Triton, Hilux or D-Max. Currently, I think it's either the Triton or the Hilux lah. Alright, Hilux has been updated with new specifications and all that, but the Triton is just properly modern, beautiful, good looking. Alright, do you think the new Harrier will come to Malaysia? Maybe, not sure. Hi Bobby, I'm looking to buy an Audi A5 2012. Is that a good car? Engine oil consumption issue. Engine oil consumption issue, a lot of owners out there have done the overhaul. The piston ring overhaul, they have solved it. Alright. Fresh grad salary cannot maintain an S5 unless actually S5 is lower maintenance than A5. Okay. Mazda 3 is quite nice. Yeah. Passat, blah 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 blah. I have a salary of about 3K each month. So if you want to buy an A5, the pre-facelift, to be honest, if you have savings, what? Willing to pay 30,000 first payment? No, keep your 30,000 in your bank. Keep your 30,000 in your bank. Use your salary cert to stretch your loan. Alright, keep the 30,000. Don't pay 30,000 down payment for a 60,000 car. It's silly. Don't. Always keep your cash in your bank and get as much loan as you can get out there, and then pay the monthly bill. That is the best way to help you budget whether you can fix something or not next time. You know, you need the money. Don't ever drop hard saved money into the down payment of a car trying to reduce your monthly payment. That's a silly thing to do. Alright, you don't earn the same amount for the 6-7 years that you'll be owning. You be owing the money to the bank. You don't keep your 30,000 in your bank. Keep all the cash you have in your bank. Hunt for a car that you can use your paper to convince the bank to pay for you. Always do that. Then you know how far you can stretch, right? Because the bank only allows 1/3, right? That means 3K salary, the bank will only allow 1K monthly repayment, all right, for 9 years, and then you see what car you can get, and that would help you decide, right? So if you want an A5, there's so many A5s out there. Just find one where it's from a proper owner. Look at the car, it's beautiful, it's well taken care of, it has all the receipts and everything. If you don't know how to test the car, join Evo Club. You know, we have 47 inspection centers. Just bring the car there, they will check everything for you, whether it's a go ahead or not go ahead. Like the one that I always go to, Prestige, that day, he helped a few people. They bring the car there, they check, then they behind the dealer, because the dealer is there also, so they bring the customer to the room and say, no, it's not recommended because of what. Then the customer will go back to the dealer and say, I'll reconsider, you know. Then just don't buy. That's how it is, right? So yeah, I don't think it's a ridiculous thing to do, because your salary will be different next time. Okay. just don't throw your 30,000 into the down payment. That's the silliest thing to do. Would you recommend a facelift 330i or C43? E300 Coupe. Go for the E300 Coupe lah. It's just so beautiful. That car is beautiful, spacious, so comfortable, and if you can get a cabrio, it's even better. Yeah, go for the C300 Coupe. It's just wonderful. C43 is fantastic. The engine is fantastic, but the car is still a C class. C class interior versus E class, there's just no comparison. Okay. Hi Bobby, I'm planning to buy my first car before 2020 ends. Do you suggest me to go for a Honda City or a used F3316? Yeah, another guy said Bobby is going to ask you to look for a 320i and press their prices. Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to tell you to do. Look for a 320i and press their prices. Not a 316. Yeah. You enjoy it. You enjoy it. Right. Hi Bobby, is the Lexus GS 350 facelift a good buy? It is a good buy. It's a fantastic car if you can absorb the 4,800 ringgit road tax. But it's worth it though. The sound. Woohoo! Any good two doors to suggest? Below 100k? Kind of like the Scirocco, but it's quite limited in the market. Would you suggest to top up for the 86? Go for the 86. Go for the 86. Hi Bobby, do you think 3 years later is it okay to buy a used Arteon or a 330i will be better? 3 years later. Ask me 3 years later lah. Not sure. Blah 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 blah. HRV hybrid or X50? X50. It's a much better car. Okay. Blah blah blah. What 7-seater SUVs were buying 150,000 but below the price point is better lah. Thank you. 7-seater SUV below 150,000. It's gonna be Korean again because they're just that good. I'm not sure. No lah, I don't think CX-9 has dropped so fast in prices. The CX-9 is fantastic. Nah, it's still very high price, CX-9. So few people are selling it. So no choice, you have to go for Korean, either Kia Sorento or Hyundai Santa Fe. Alright. F10 or F30? Are you a weekend driver? If not, F10 is always better. Nicer interior, higher quality. Hi Bobby, any wagons for fun below 100k? Mazda 6 Touring. Mazda 6 Touring. A4 Avant. A4 Avant is a fake wagon. It's like the boot is like rubbish. Right? Yeah. Mazda 6. Hi Bobby, asking for a friend. Buying first car, 28,000. Eyeing for the Mazda 3 1.6 Sports sedan. He wanted an RX-8 but asked him to settle less in order for him to learn cars more as time goes. RX-8. I don't know, man. If he wants an RX-8, yeah, it's a bit scary, but if he's buying cash, I don't know, man. There are well taken care of RX-8s out there, as long as you follow the procedure. Every time you refill, you pour in some engine oil and all that. Go and learn from the RX-8 group lah. I think it's a car worth buying and worth enjoying, worth listening the sound to, and by the time he needs to sell the car, he will take back all 30,000 cash, without a single drop in value, because he can just sell it for the price that he bought it, and using it would just be free, just by maintenance lah, and fuel costs. It costs a lot of fuel, right? Yeah, the good thing with the RX is you can buy it at this price, you can sell it back at this price, probably even higher next time. Whereas you buy a normal Mazda 3, you wouldn't be able to. You will lose the depreciation. And okay. All right, I guess that's about it. X3M or GLC63? GLC63. Different engine, 4-liter V8. All right. What? Z4 Jaguar F-Type? Of course they're F-Type. Are they even the same price? Jaguar F-Type so cheap, man? Cannot be, right? Cannot be. No, it's still so expensive. What is that question? No, it's still so expensive. 400k. I heard it is harder to take a loan. Harder if it is private seller. Easier if it is through a dealer. Yeah, he was asking if it is harder to get 90% loan for a two-door car like an 86. Hi Bobby, should I keep my Lancer Sportback 2.4 or swap to a Civic FC 1.5 or the new Mazda 3 2-liter? This is harder to answer. The Mazda 3 of course is prettier, but the Civic is undeniable, you know, in terms of power output, in terms of space, in terms of comfort. There's just little challenge there. But your Lancer Sportback is comfortable as well, and your Lancer Sportback qualifies for Enduro. Alright. Hi Bobby, 2013 Audi A7 3-liter TFSI, Mercedes CLS W218 2.5 diesel, blah. I will go for the 3-liter TFSI. No challenge there. The supercharged 3-liter V6 is the bomb, and the A7 has a higher quality interior than the CLS. Okay. Hi Bobby, I just noticed you changed to a Panasonic aircon. Wow, damn epic are you? Yeah, Samsung aircon is, they just break down. Lousy. Hi Bobby, I'm thinking of getting a Toyota 2015 Vios or a Altis or even a City, which is better for ride and reliability. Altis. Always go for the higher segment, the C segment. Right? You drive the Altis, you sit inside it, you feel everything, right? It's so different from a Vios or a City. Huge difference. Okay. Hi Bobby, what do you think of the new Lexus IS? Beautiful. 2014 IS, 328i, or C200, or any other cars around that budget. I will go for the IS actually. Yeah, it's higher quality interior. In 2014, it's a new car already. It's not the one that HP owned. Bobby, what are your opinion on a Nissan GTR? Do you think it's worth 550,000? Because there are so many out there that are 200,000, so your 550 will be worth 200 in a rather short period of time, because there's just so many of them running around. At 550,000, you can buy a Ferrari California. Think about it. A Ferrari California. Yes, it's not as fast as a GTR, but how often you do 0 to 100 in 2.8 seconds? How often do you do that, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. I know the sound, whoa, 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 whoa. No, I know that, but do you go to the track? Do you do all that? Or you just want a car that looks cool, you drive, have sound, you know, enjoy your drive? And a Ferrari gets you more pussies. Nissan GTR gets you penises. So do you prefer pussy or penis? Yeah. Seriously, 550 gets you a Ferrari California. It's not pretty. It's not the prettiest Ferrari out there, you know. But still, you get to open your top on a Genting run and all that, and it's a Ferrari, right? Yeah. Yes, you can get a loan for it. Yes, the GTR is nice lah, but not 550 lah, not 550, because it looks the same as the one that is 230. Okay, can you recommend me a fun car? I'm into the CKD BMW 340i. Go for the BMW 340i. Okay. Macan 2-liter turbo or a GLA. Wow, this is hard. Is it your only car? If it is your only car, go for the Macan. The Macan is infinitely more comfortable, more spacious, more practical. Of course, the GLA45 is a lot faster than the Macan. But is that your main point? If it is not, if you need to use the car daily, the Macan feels like a Gucci handbag inside. The GLA feels like a Pardini handbag inside. Alright, so different. Should I go for the 330i M Sport or the 330e M Sport? Someone mentioned 340i, but different price, right? Go for the 330i, maybe. been enjoying your channel, and you poisoned me, blah blah blah, 52328i, or 100k budget. 100k budget, that's very high, right? You don't need to go for a 2013 3 Series for 100k budget. You can buy newer ones for that. 100k, if you can, if 100k budget, you can buy a F30 335i. You don't have to settle for a 328i. Moreover, it's 2013 pre-facelift. Go for the facelift version. Alright, bring your budget. Try and find a facelift 328i. Facelift rides way better, nicer to drive. Everything is better. Infotainment as well. Okay. Oh shit! I just scrolled my page like crazy. I think I'm almost done. I need to splice this video into a few segments. What do you think of the X1? Currently driving CR-V. I'm thinking of upgrading to an X1. From a CR-V to an X1 is not an upgrade. By space, it is a downgrade. X1 20i. To be honest, I prefer the XC40 over the X1. Feels more premium. Feels proper upgrade. If I were you, but from a CR-V, you go to XC40 or X1, is considered a downgrade because it is a smaller car. Yes, the brand is higher, but it is a smaller car at the end of the day. If you really want to upgrade from a CR-V that you feel comfortable, nice and all that, maybe you can look at a Harrier, right? Yeah, X1, it feels rather crude inside. XC40 feels properly premium, but both are smaller than the CR-V. Okay. Bobby, would you buy G20 320i or 330i? Sorry, I wouldn't buy a G20 for these two. I'll buy a G30 5 Series or 4 Series, the F30 generation 4 Series. Alright, for the price lah. Nothing much anymore. I think I've finished my Q&A questions. Thank you so much, guys. For those of you who haven't subscribed, you can subscribe and ask me what cars to buy. And of course, if you're buying a car, you need to renew your insurance. Check out evoclubinsurance.com. We have the best insurance plan out there. It's the cheapest to buy. And then if you need warranty on your car, you need to extend it, you can check out our Evo Club extended warranty as well. All these things are those that helps you when you buy cars. Alright? And this is how we try to earn money, so we don't have to suck up to car makers, so I can say whatever I like. Cheers!